Hello Scorpio, my name is Megan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, like and comment on this video if it just so happens to resonate with you. Today we're going to take a look at the person that is on your mind currently. Let's go ahead and get into it. My readings are for sun, moon, and rising signs. What do we have going on for Scorpio? What are the energies? Six of Wands reverse. Something was destroyed here between you and another person at some point in time. Throughout this separation, you may have felt very taken advantage of, kind of disregarded. You could have been dealing with somebody who had avoidant tendencies. Come in hot one day, get what they want, either physically speaking or even emotionally speaking, just sort of get their needs met, and then they sort of, boop, disappear. Right? And the whole thing makes you feel discredited, disregarded, and discarded. That's how you're feeling. Yeah, you're feeling a strong disconnect from your intuition. You could be somebody who, Scorpio, you're water sign, and water signs typically are very, very intuitive. This disconnect from this person, first of all, you may be feeling like the disconnect is a failure since it didn't work out. And I'm here to tell you that no relationship not working out is ever a failure. You always come together with that person at some point in time or another for a reason. Nothing, absolutely nothing in this entire universe is coincidence. So you met this person for some reason, and that reason may be, to help your soul grow and learn lessons, whatever that may be. However, I know it doesn't feel like that right now. This person may have explored other options. You may have found out about this, therefore making you feel like, wow, my intuition's usually spot on, but I didn't catch this. I didn't catch that this person was out lollygagging around, for lack of a better word. I didn't catch that. That's what you keep saying to yourself, like, I should have caught it. And I've been there before, where I found out something and I beat myself up internally for weeks. I was like, how did I not? I should have caught on way sooner. And you just can't blame yourself, because anyone that's in the energy of the Seven of Cups, wanting a lot of options, or even if we see the Seven or Five of Swords, anyone in that energy isn't thinking about others. They're doing whatever they can to kind of manipulate their own way to explore these options without you knowing. So it's not you. This person was just very manipulative, and they were very good at it. I am seeing that you have something brand new coming in towards you, though. Something that would actually be worth working on. This past connection put you in a state or a vibration of feeling like, normally if you feel very comfortable in your own skin, I know that's not all of you out there, but just like generally speaking, if most of the time you're usually like, you know what, I'm happy good on my own. This person in this connection, the discarding that would happen, or just the ignoring that they would do towards you, it made you feel the Nine of Pentacles reversed. It made you go from feeling very happy and abundant in your own company to all of a sudden you kept thinking about this person so much in the whole situation, because that's what happens when we get ignored or disregarded like we're nothing after what seemed very, very special. It can make us feel it can make us have very low self-confidence after something like that, because it makes us question our own self-worth, when in reality it's this person's self-worth that in fact should be in question. And the reason for that is anybody out there searching for different sorts of options just to get that dopamine hit in their brain, or regardless of who they hurt, that tells me you're not only dealing with someone with a very addictive personality, which would not be good for you in the long run unless they heal that shadow wound inside of them. You're also dealing with somebody who has very low self-confidence themselves. That's why they go around trying to get all of this validation from people. That's why they enjoy having options. I am getting that you're dealing with somebody who rather enjoys having options to choose from. And at the end of the day, that's no love connection that's no special love connection. What you guys had may have felt special, but to this person, if you're resonating with this reading, not all of you will, to this person, it's like just another Monday night or just another Thursday night. Right? And Scorpio, you're so much better than that. And you can feel this person's energy, them treating you that way. You can feel it really dragging your self-confidence down, your energy levels down. There's something brand new headed towards you though. A new love with the Ace of Cups there. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you could be born on the 8th or an 8th day or be an 8 life path. 8 in numerology is typically the number of wealth, money, 28 and 8, but wealth is also the number of karma. So a few of you Scorpios out there, make sure that you're keeping your karma really well, because in this lifetime, people with 8 energy, karma tends to come right back to them, good and bad, right away. My mom's a double 8 and I've seen it many times. Let's see here. We have the Page of Pentacles. This newer person, they may be somebody that some of you know. They may love to spend a lot of time out in nature and by themselves. They may have 7 energy, this new person. However, I'm seeing this person being kind of obsessed with you at first. It's going to really, you're going to be in a state though, whether you've not met this new person or not yet, you're going to kind of be in a state where you're caught in between energies. You know, you're really caught in between this other person sort of playing the field, making you feel less than, making you question your own intuition, you know, disregarding you as not important. And it's really, really weighing your energy down. It's really, really weighing your vibration down, making it really hard for you to manifest. But you have manifested new love here. Sometimes when we're dealing with somebody and we find out they have other options or they just aren't as serious about us as we had hoped or we had thought, sometimes we can manifest something new. We, you know, internally in our brains, we kind of go, okay, well, this is not serving me anymore. You know what? This is actually hurting me. I'm still stuck on this energy just a little bit, but what else is out there? Let me just look, and then bam. Whether you've met this new person or not, it's going to be different for all of you. This new person could be younger than you. They like to spend time in nature. They also are a very, very hard worker. All right, let's get, what is this 7 of Cups, the person who is disregarding Scorpio and their feelings? How does this person feel at the deepest level about Scorpio? Tower card, 4 of Swords. They know, okay, they don't want this to end now. They don't want this to end now, but they know you walked away, but they don't want that to be the case. They want this to keep going, but they understand that there's a separation here. I feel like many of you found out outright. You may have had a feeling, but you ignored it. And that's where you feel like maybe your intuition is a little bit off here. You had a feeling about this person, the situation, you ignored it, which we tend to do, right? We tend to do. Don't be hard on yourself, Scorpio. It's easy to see a red flag and be like, I'm going to look over here because it hurts, because you have feelings for this person. You know, the last thing you want to know or find out is that they're out with other people, but you did. It seems to me many of you at least did, or you at least have a strong suspicion. For many of you with this Tower card here, a big kaboom moment happened in this connection. Not in a good way. That made this person, they're thinking about you nonstop. They're thinking a lot about their ways here and how they were with you. How they did just dismiss you. They're thinking a lot about that. But they also know that it's all the thinking they do in the world is kind of null and void because you put an end to this. Scorpio, that's your energy. You could be dealing with a fellow Scorpio. And the reason you put an end to it is there was a tower moment for you. Tower moments in tarot reading is like the moment where you figure out the truth, or the moment where the final fight happens. And it's this big, colossal moment that can change a connection forever. And that's kind of what I'm getting. What I'm getting is you found out something that this person was up to, doing, and you got like colossal proof. You got definitive proof that this person was up to no good, because remember your intuition, you felt like it just isn't coming through as clear as it normally would. Your discernment was lacking a little bit when it comes to this person. And that's easy to do when we're in it. It's so hard to see it, because we do want to ignore the red flags, but also our feelings are involved. We're in it, so it's harder to see these things. However, it seems to me like you found out something regardless, and honestly, you were already realizing that this person was lowering your vibration, So I don't really, although this hurt, it was a big, massive turning point in this connection, right? It was an ending that this person can't stop thinking about, by the way. But I feel like it actually improved your vibration a little bit, just confronting this, because your intuition was saying something was off, yet you weren't trusting it. So it's like when you found out whatever this is, it really sort of put the final nail in the coffin and allowed you to energetically start moving on. And that's either when you have met somebody new, or you started looking and you came across somebody they have a crush on. For some of you, for others of you, you haven't met this new person yet, but there's somebody new in your vicinity, and it's because this tower moment happened. A lot of times tower moments are constructed by the universe to help us let go of what we know we need to let go. This tower moment could have been predominantly happening during these past eclipses that we had. Those were some pretty rough eclipses. Eclipses are all about purging the old, what's not working for us, and moving into the newer spaces, what the universe really wants us to be doing, whether in love, career, it doesn't matter. It actually depends what house in astrology the eclipse took place in for you specifically. However, I'm just getting that in like the past maybe 3-4 weeks, something really, really, really blew up here. Cause and ending, and now this person can't stop thinking about it. So the fact that they can't stop thinking about it tells me they absolutely had feelings for you. They absolutely did, but they were somebody who couldn't get out of their own way. All right. How is Scorpio going to know this new person is the new person? They're not going to play the same sort of games, right? We have the Emperor card. This is somebody who's going to mean what they say and say what they mean. This isn't somebody who's going to, drag you around by like a rag doll, not knowing which direction they're going, unable to really lead you in a connection because they don't know. They don't know where they're going, let alone can they lead you to a healthy, happy connection. This is somebody who is going to do just that, though. This is somebody who's extremely, extremely attracted to you. There may be some kind of barriers in between you guys, though. You guys may work together. There may be something here with this newer connection where maybe it's frowned upon to be together or something like that, but there's a lot of attraction here. Be careful of this new person that they don't approach you in a purely sexual way, simply because people that do that typically approach a lot of people in that way. You want to always make sure you're building that emotional connection first, male or female. It's very, very important to have something very sustaining. With this Devil card, I am seeing that this person could be very sexual, this newer person. So again, make sure they don't approach you with just that. However, with the Ace of Cups here, I'm not seeing they're going to approach you like that. I'm seeing much more they're going to approach you as somebody that they could take very seriously in a heartfelt love connection. They're actually going to work on this, is what I'm saying. But again, you don't ever want to be wrapped up in the same situation that you just came out of. So with this Devil card here, I'm really being called to tell you, when it comes to this new person, make sure, really vet them a little bit. Make sure that they're not presenting the same qualities that this past person was presenting to you. Because the last thing you want to do is have to go through another tower moment all over again, especially after you do some healing work and your self-confidence is starting to get back up there. The last thing you want is to go backwards. So really vet this person, make sure they're good. You may be dealing with an Aries in the newer person, but with this Emperor card here and the Ace of Cups, I'm seeing this person's going to be way more upstanding, way more upright with you in a metaphorical sense, right? They're not going to be someone who hangs out with you and then goes out on a date with you and then just dismisses you. You don't hear from them for a while. No. This person's coming with the correct energy. However, they may slip into a bit of sexual energy, so it's up to you, Scorpio. Maybe put the brakes on that just a little bit in the beginning. Not forever. I know Scorpio is a very sexual sign. It's something that Scorpios tend to enjoy very much, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that this person is someone worthy of giving that type of energy to. So that is what I have for you, Scorpio. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys next time.